Wassail horses, salut les chevaux. So, that's a nice bit of French for you. And obviously in these cards you get chevaliers, which are knights, which are horsey people. So we're doing a reading today on the 8th new moon, but we're going to start, first of all, horses, with your bell. Start as orders. Are you ready? Yeah, that first one was just like you set off for the race before it was underway. You do that a lot though, horses. It's that galloping freedom thing. You just can't resist it. So, horses, where's your inner child at as this new moon begins? Where's your inner child at? Where's your inner child at? Where's your inner child at, horses? Oh. Where's your inner child at, horses? Where's your inner child at? Where's your inner child at, horses? Where's your little foal? Doesn't want to talk. Where's your inner child at, horses? It's on the floor. Where's your inner child at, horses? I'll go down and get that one. Oh. La Belle Bois Dormant. The beauty of the sleeping woods. I guess that means. I'm not really sure. I've not seen that card before, but it's beautiful. So, horses. I'm not having those. The next part is, what is the star Sirius shining down on you? And Sirius being the star that creates all the energy for the 8-8 portal. What's Sirius bringing down to you that you can't see at the moment? What's the energy that Sirius is trying to get through to you? What's the energy that Sirius is trying to get through to you? You've got 2. What's the energy that Sirius is trying to get through to you? What's the energy that Sirius is trying to get through to you? What's the energy that Sirius is trying to get through to you, horses? I want one more card. What's the energy that, there we go, Sirius is trying to get through to you? Next we have, what do you need to do with the energy that you begin to feel? So what do horses need to do with that energy? What do horses need to do with that energy? This is your Clip-Clop deck. What do horses need to do with that energy? What do horses need to do with that energy? What do horses need to do with that energy? What do horses need to do with that energy? That's too many cards. You can't have that many. The deck's getting a little bit out of shape there. So, what do horses need to do with that energy? What do horses need to do with that energy? What do horses need to do with that energy? What do horses need to do with that energy? What do horses need to do with that energy? Right, that's 5. That's very, very greedy. And then, what is the outcome? What is the outcome, please, for horses? What is the outcome, please, for horses? What is the outcome, please, for the beautiful horses. I'll give it one more. What is the outcome, please, for the beautiful horses? Okay, so now we had two anyway. So, horses. We begin with this card I've never seen, and I don't know the story. The Beauty of the Sleeping Wood. Whether that's Sleeping Beauty, I'm not sure, but it doesn't seem like it because this one's asleep in the woods among poppies. Oh, you see, now I'm getting it. There's some kind of... You're being rescued. You're coming down to rescue your inner child, but you're coming down in your own power. Because there's a horse, which is your... sort of your divine masculine, and then seated on it is your divine feminine, and they're coming down to rescue your sleeping child in a field of poppies. Poppies are to do with, obviously, remembrance of war or violence or trauma. So your child is dormant, it's just asleep. Almost like there's a spell over it. And then you have Cendrillon, which is Cinderella. And I do get this sense that your inner child at a very young age was part of some kind of person that they loved dying. And that's what first caused a sadness that never quite left, that just rolled over until eventually that sense of despair or wondering what was the point came across your child. Because the other card is like a promise. It's like if you can wake your inner child from the sleep, then spirit can bring this new clothing, this new energy mantle to the inner child so that it can have its wisdom. But you are going to have to look at the passing of the person that you hold so dearly in your chest that affected your inner child so much. Now, what is Sirius bringing? Sirius is bringing up a kind of energy of old violence that you have witnessed or understand or imagined, or something that frightened your inner child, and it was the raw masculine frequency of the world around the child, your child, as you grew up. Because this Five of Fire is an extremely violent and aggressive energy. But I said when I read this card the other day, in the Celtic knot at the back, the snake's head is finally coming out. So Sirius is bringing you a way to find a solution to this. Let me just look at something, because they're putting something in my mind and I need to see whether it's something I need to just tell you now or whether some of the other cards are bringing it in. Okay, it is coming in later with your purpose, so I need to remember that with those cards. So, it's bringing in your destiny. You have the card 16, Destiny. So your life forwards from this point is beginning to change. You're coming into the energy of this is like your Lion's Gateway portal. And above the portal is your inner child waiting to be reborn. And when I say reborn, I mean it's a new inner child. I can't stress this enough. It's not the traumatized child. You can wake that child up by releasing the energies, understanding them, but it's a new inner child that has wisdom and humor and love and laughter and joy that your old inner child didn't have. It's a rebirth. And as I say, there's a Kundalini snake wrapped around this egg, keeping it precious. And behind the gateway portal is Sirius. So very strong, powerful energy coming in and offering you a chance to, because this is card 12 of air, to actually rewrite the future that's ahead of you. So this is the scribe. But I kind of want to say that this was always your destiny. It's almost like a veil has to be lifted for you to have an epiphany and go, oh, it's not, it doesn't feel like in the last reading the scribe turned up, but a card came forward that was saying rewrite it. This is like accepting your destiny, but actually as the portal comes towards you, it's witnessing and acknowledging the truth of your destiny. So it's kind of, it's still coming with these cards, but that's why it's echoing. The most important part of this story for you is the person who passed agreed to pass before you came here. That was already written in the soul contracts of you and that person. And although it's hurt you so badly, by hanging on to the memory of the person who is, there's a grave just down here of the person as whatever relationship they were to you, you're holding back their true power to assist you and to help you be guided forward. So my brother, who died very, very long time ago when I was just 17, he came back to me and said I mustn't think of him as my brother, but as a future soul tribe member who I will move on and have other adventures with. And so by doing that, you look in the right direction to future joys rather than looking mournfully at the past and being trapped in this, I want to say, a cursed, sleeping, enchanted woodland, so that you can actually get back up and allow that person who passed to bring down some new, wondrous frequency to you to move into the future with your new inner child that's being birthed. And so then you have the energy of Sirius is also bringing you card 14. You see, that's really lovely, because either side of the scribe, which is your soul contract written out and hanging and dripping from your spirit, destiny is a kind of mirror. It's not a full mirror. I don't know why we're getting these half mirrors, but it's this notion that you've created a view through the smoky mirror, and you're not allowing the smoke to clear. So Swa is sitting with all three elements of your being. So there's the three doves, there's the fire in the heart and the fire in each of the hands. It's beingness, it's being in your truest frequency that you've ever been in. So it's already written that that would happen now, though. That's the part that you need to learn to accept, that for all of the difficult things you've gone through, the truth of it is they were already written all over your destiny. And if you can just accept those, then your destiny can move forward to you and bathe you in the newness of the future pathway that's already laid out. Don't fight the beautiful energy that Sirius is bringing to you. And then we have self-love, card 27. It's like, because you've never let go of this mourning, you're not seeing yourself fully. Again, it's like if you took this scarf off, this veil, that's stopping you from witnessing yourself in the smoky mirror, this is what you would see. You would see your truth was always written this way. And then you have 22. So I want to say 2722 might be worth a look at, horses. This is Mother Earth. This is Gaia, the natural world, its consciousness, its source energy, lifting the demons from you and bringing you into being in the natural world, in the world that you're meant to be living in, bringing you into your swa, your beingness. Okay, horses? And this is full of the energies of, I kind of want to say it's like pushing up something so heavy and then just feeling the absolute release and change as that veil is removed. It's a very heavy veil that you've spent a long time kind of making as heavy as you possibly can all over your energetic field. And it brings about a change. So 52-7, change. So the beauty of Mother Earth as is being promised to be something way more unbelievably spectacular and beautiful. So I feel like I've been picking up energies in my physical body during some of these readings, during a lot of them, and yours is the ball joint in your hip on the right hand side, suggesting that you need to kind of click yourself into stepping forwards. It's like that energy of the past that you need to change. You've got to kind of just get with the now and move forwards. So your next card is 10, Cosmic Ancestors, voice your concerns. Cosmic Ancestors are, or is in this sense, that person who passed. And you need to talk with them. You need to thank them for being with you when they were with you. And thank them for being around you now, because they are around you now. And you will sense them in the twinkling of the Sirius star, but also in very small sounds, like, I want to say like whispers on a breeze, but that's not what I mean at all. It's more like like as if they walked across the floorboards and you just could hear the floorboards creak, and it would make you scared, but it shouldn't make you scared because it's actually them coming in with so much healing love. So another thing that ancestors do is the love that you had for them, and even the love that you've clouded with sadness now, they can give all that love back to you in your heart. That's almost why this is such a struggle for spirit to lift up, because you're making the weight of your sadness so heavy, and it needs to be lifted right up into the cosmos, lifted right up into the cosmos, so that you can make a connection with them again in a future life. They're with you now, but you need to celebrate what you will be. Voice your concerns, ask them to visit you in dreams. And they're coming in to purify you of all of this heavy weight. They just want you to be happy, to know love, to know laughter, to know joy. That's the energy. This is what they're bringing down. Once you've lifted that heaviness up with Gaia, Mother Earth love, feel the energy of the natural world wanting to heal you, and then they can do all this wonderful purification. 4 and 6, 10. It's a healing and then being in balance, but that makes a completion and a new beginning as you move forwards. And this brings you into the outcome, the staff. The staff is your power. It's your spine and your nervous system. It's your root chakra and your crown chakra, all flowing, all wrapped through the recreation through this purification process. There's a lot of blue cards, which is again this message that our bodies are being upgraded in terms of the DNA. But this has got a double helix running around this staff. Your spine, your DNA, everything on a micro level can be healed and soothed by this ancestor, by the love that they can return to you, that you gave to them, that you've made heavy in your memory of them. Allow it, instead of being a heavy memory of them, allow it to be a really light excitement as you move towards them eventually in another lifetime. Okay, and then you have your child, your wise child is the outcome. There's something very interesting about this child though that's determined. You've got to get this determination back because you're about to be bathed in source energy. As I said, this dead ancestor is bringing you so much healing love, but you've got to release the sadness that you hold around them, because the sadness is weighing them down, and they're unable to push that loving energy through to you because you've got this wall of heavy sadness blocking the pathway forwards. So it's a beautiful reading, and I really feel the energy of that reading because I've been through this with my brother, as I said, and now he pops in, and it is, I don't think of him as my brother, I'm calling him my brother now, but he's just another soulmate who I journey with, and his passing was written all over my molecules as part of a deal to help me to understand and see life and move forwards towards this brighter future that we've all got coming. So anyway, horses, have a cry, but if you need to cry, don't cry silently, cry loudly. You know, really shake from your gut, wrench it right up and let it be released. Okay, so horses, a little bit of a painful reading for you, but it's going to be so purifying. Bathed in source. Wonderful. Wassail.